Alcohol kills loudly, drugs kill violently, but Kava kills slowly.
You know what else kills slowly? Everything. You know what kills faster than Kava? Sugar. You can look at a Polynesian, you can tell something's going on there. There's either sugar or carbs, lack of exercise, lack of sweating it out. You know what I mean? You can look at and see those. I mean, you can look at me and see that. I'm part of that group. You can't look at somebody and tell, oh, dang, that guy's dying of Kava. No, the biggest death in the community is heart disease and obesity and diabetes and sugar and all the things that we consume. That's not Kava. How about that?
It was once used in ceremonies of peace, respect, and unity. But over time, what was sacred has become a nightly escape.
You know where it was also used? In shipbuilding, in house building, right after war, right after they took the Port-au-Prince. They were mixing for everything and anything else. Mariner told us he stopped keeping track because these guys mixed all the time. At work, at play, at church, at death, funeral, wedding. What's going on? Let's mix.
And we must be honest, this cultural habit is quietly destroying families, health, and faith.
You know what I also heard destroys family, health, and faith? Pickleball. Somebody said that pickleball was destroying families. Delta Airlines destroys families. What's going on here? We should stop working at Delta. We should stop playing pickleball. People that pass and die of anything else, heart disease, which is mostly what people die of. What else destroys family? Overtime, work, gaming, playing, fighting. Finance is the number one for family destruction. Question is, what does she have against Kava so badly? What did somebody do? Who in her life made Kava this big of a chaotic, destructive element in her life?
People say Kava is not addictive, but look around. How many go 1 week without it?
I really don't go for the Kava per se. I can do with or without the Kava. I hate, drinking too much and throwing up and all that. But I go. Same reason why the boys like to go golf. Same reason why people are on pickleball teams. They go and hang out. It's the camaraderie. It's the let's go hang out. It's the fear of missing out. I'll give you that. Some FOMO. That's most of it. Going hanging out with the boys. No different from me going and golfing with the boys. Or people join bowling teams. Just like when I was little, my dad used to go and play tennis with his friends. Because boys will be boys. Boys are always going to be around boys and go hang out and all of that. And you can go through industries catered to men hanging out. You see the old picture of the bikes on the lawn? That's where the boys are at when you're kids in the 80s. We love hanging out. And then when we grow up, we just become adults that love hanging out. And Kava's the perfect place for us to hang out.
How many men rush home from work, not to their families, but to the Kava bowl?
How many men do you know rush home from work? Not to their families, but to the Kava bowl? I know a few, but I mean, we're talking about few. Everybody look into their ward. How many of them are Kava guys? 300-400 members in the ward? How many of them? I can probably think of a handful, maybe 2 handfuls, but not even close to half. So if you're talking about less than 50, I think you're talking about less than 10% of our ward, if I'm looking at mine, then somebody must have hurt you hard enough or bad enough in your life to make Kava the destructive force that it really isn't. But you're claiming that it is. That can be caused by other things. It can be caused by drugs. It can be caused by alcohol, finances, which is the number one reason families are destroyed or whatever. Work, church. You can do way too much church and way too much calling that it starts destroying your family. I've seen it with my own eyes, where fathers go and are to church that the kids don't get any piece of the church and they don't get any of the fixes. I was raised by the church and Kava guy, and he did a great job. Thanks, Pops. But who are you talking about, lady?
Kava addiction doesn't look like drugs or alcohol. It looks like absence.
It looks like absence. What else looks like absence? I think work is the biggest absence. You're guaranteed to be gone for 8 to 12 hours to 10 hours. Traveling, work for traveling. You replace Kava with any other absence and you'd be surprised of how long those absences are. There's 3 8s in a day. 8, 16, 24. There's 3 8s in a day. 8 to sleep, 8 to work, and 8 to play. With your family, with your friends, with your TV, with your phone, with your Facebook, with your whatever else you want to play with. Who didn't want to play with you that made you this mad?
The father who's never home, the husband who's too tired for his wife or children, the worker who shows up late, unfocused and sleepy. That is still addiction because it controls your time, your health, and your priorities.
Controls your time, health, and priorities. You can replace Kava with anything. Time, health, priorities. Work, overtime, more work, working out, exercise, gym, pickleball, gaming, TV, Facebook. It could be anything.
But the real danger is what's not being counted. Unlike alcohol and drugs, there are no official Pacific-wide statistics on death or illness caused by Kava.
Oh, okay. So there's no clear statistics, but you're clearly making all these claims as if there are clear statistics. Forget about the heart disease that causes most of our obesity and sugar and snacks, cookies, donuts, McDonald's, the Mickey D's, and the Burger Keys, the California burritos, the Taco B's, the Jack and the Beezies, the Doneezies. You talking about the Kava like this. Crack cocaine, lady.
That doesn't mean it's safe. It just means we're not measuring it because it's been normalized.
So we're not measuring it because it feels normal? What does that really mean? Oh, kind of like the sodas and donuts and chips and candies and cookies and all that. We're not measuring all that because it's been normalized. But I can measure that with my eyes, just like you can measure it with your eyes. How many donuts and cookies and snacks and chips and sodas I've had. That causes true health damage. That's even faster in process, in speed than Kava itself as far as killing slowly, killing me softly. Ooh, it's killing me deliciously.
We joke about it, we defend it, we call it culture. But it's killing our people silently through exhaustion, malnutrition, and broken homes.
Exhaustion, I think she meant to say malnutrition. I don't know what malnutrition is, and broken homes. But you can replace that with anything. Exhaustion, work, overtime. Malnutrition, she says. Malnutrition, you don't look malnutritioned, but it doesn't look like everything you consume is full of nutrition either. It may be full of carbs and sugars and additives and preservatives. But broken homes, you're putting the responsibility of a broken home on Kava? How many broken homes do you know? Who's broken your home? Who has broken you for you to think this terribly about Kava? I know that broken homes exist, but I know very few of them that are broken because of Kava. Show me that data and I'll back off. But if your claim is specifically to that, you're putting exhaustion, malnutrition, and broken homes all on Kava. A dukin, lady. A dukin. All you can, okay? All you can. Because you can put that on anything else. Like I said before, the conversation I had, pickleball, Delta Airlines, work wife, work husband, anything else. But you decide to really stand and die on this hill of Kava. Eventually we'll dig deep enough for somebody will come up and say, oh, this is what hurt her and this is why she's so adamant about accusing Kava. Kava University, School of Thought, it's reading between the lines and connecting the dots. We about to find this out in the investigation, okay? TikTok, see you.